prospect of 100% manufacturing a vehicle in Africa is a first of its kind. But you're a bit scared into by just the thought itself, because I mean, in 2018, and you want to do 100% made in Africa, that is a feat by itself, Mandalamba.
Yeah, it's a problem in our continent, Simba, because we don't have a support of government for entrepreneurs in Africa. And it's so funny how you see most of the politicians would embrace these companies, like legacy companies who've been in the industry for years. When they launch a new vehicle or they open a new plant, the government officials are there supporting, providing this, but they never do it for local players who are coming from the same economies seeking to turbocharge the economy. So it's not been easy for us. It has been very cost intensive, but by the grace of God, we managed to get where we are today using our own capital with no external capital to get us where we are, with no government support from our country. It's only now we start seeing them a little bit moving the right direction from last year.
So for somebody who's looking at Agilitee, which will be then the benchmark for Africa's e-mobility, could you talk to me about some of the advances you've made since 2018 to date?
Okay, since we started, the biggest thing, and you asked me if Africa is ready for this, Simba.
Yes.
The biggest challenge we had was that in applying for what we call in our industry homologation, we have a problem with homologation, where governments take time to approve the systems of government, the processes and policies of government coming to the approval of homologation for players, which makes it easy for even other players to come. Because Agilitee is not happy. I'm not happy that we're probably the only ones in the market who are pioneering this industry against large players who've been here before we were even born. So the strides we've made would have been better, and I don't believe that it would be just us here. It would be more players in the market if the governments were able to go back to their policy frameworks and open up doors for many. We've been able to go into market with our scooters in 2020. We launched 3 scooters called Agilitee Wild Grace, Agilitee Lodex, and Agilitee RTF, which is for students. That was in 2020. And we've also gone far in 2021 to launch electric cars, full electric cars, which is also 4-wheelers. We launched Agilitee at Last, which is a car selling at about $10,000. And then we launched a second car called Agilitee Vera, and the third one is called Agilitee Go, which is solar powered. It's a solar powered car. And then on the green technology part of our business, we've launched over 200 products that are green tech and fully powered by AI.
Yes. Pretty much, but let's talk about those numbers essentially. I mean, when we talk about e-mobility, we know the demand of the economies in Africa. When you look at Agilitee, what do you really want to fit? What is this existing gap, other than the entire conversation of we need to move into mobility? Yes, that is already known, but what is this gap that you really want to get into when you look at the entire sphere of e-mobility?
What we need to look at is that a day is going to come, Simba, where the button is pressed, that no more petrol cars on the road.
Yes.
At that time, Africa has to be at the forefront of that. We cannot wait and be late. When that time comes, jobs will be lost at a big number. And it is important for us to say, if then that's going to be the case, let's start now. Even now, there are jobs. We have an economic crisis, the largest depression in the history of the world that we've ever seen, that is kicking in right now with a large market crash expected to happen in the next few months. And when this happens, there's a lot of industries that will suffer, and some industries are suffering on their way out, and the jobs in those industries will never come back, since those industries won't come back in the new world order. So it's important for us to introduce new ways in Africa to create new jobs and opportunities for our people. That's the area I want to fit in, where we create more jobs, localized and sustainable jobs that AI can do, and make sure that we train our people to get there to a degree that it doesn't come to an end, that when AI takes over, it takes over jobs that even humans can be able to do, all because humans were late to upscale.
Pretty much, let's talk about numbers then for Agilitee. What are you targeting?